Cody Bellinger swing breakdown. In this video, I break down the swing of the 2019 NL MVP. As you guys already know, he has a very unique batting stance, but a very special swing. And today we are going to dive deep into that swing, and I'm going to explain why it's a special swing. Also, when you watch this video, I'm going to include several drills as bonuses so you can create similar mechanics which will help you in your game. And if you watch until the very end, I will include more bonuses. One of the bonuses you will learn is the simple way in which he creates power. It's something I learned over my career, and I think you're going to enjoy it, so watch it to the end. It's also something that I believe no one talks about, and it's something I ended up doing, and I started hitting more homers and doubles in the tail end of my career. I honestly wish I had learned it sooner. And I will also include a weird drill that the Dodgers do to create the upward swing that produces extra base hits. So if you guys do not know who I am and are new to the channel, my name is Jermaine Curtis, and I'm a former MLB player who is helping players like your son or yourself get to the next level. My goal for this year, 2020, is to get 2,000 subscribers. So if you want to improve, click the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you can get notified for future videos like this one. Okay, let's jump into the breakdown now. Okay, so the first thing I want you to notice is his falling start. Not many players do this, and the reason I believe that it is because not many players have this type of batting stance. Bellinger's batting stance is unique, very unique. He is very upright, and since he is so straight in his stance, he falls forward to get everything going and in the right place. I really like the falling start. I have never tried it, but the reason why I like it is because it seems kind of like he is ready to attack the ball. He looks like he's going to put a hurting on the ball. He looks aggressive, and I like hitters that look aggressive up there. I mean, you have to be if you're trying to be the man at the plate. So the next thing I want you to see is how his hands stay in the same place as he strides and falls forward. This creates that separation that ultimately allows him to get everything into the ball. This separation is very important, especially if you want to maximize your power. The reason is because the more separation you create, the more leverage you create. For example, let's use a rubber band. So if you had a rubber band and you barely pulled it back, when you were trying to hit someone, do you think you would create the max amount of pain when it hits your target?
Nope.
I don't advise you to hit somebody with the rubber band. Now, let's say you pulled it all the way back and released it. Which one will create more pain when it hits the target? Exactly. The more separation you create, the more power you would get. So the next thing I want you to see is how he lands softly as he strides. For most players with batting stances similar to this, they land very hard. And what I mean is they're upright and they land hard. And you don't want to land hard because that means you're off balance. And that would make you more susceptible to off-speed pitches, thus a decline in performance. Man, I said thus again. Here we go. I've said thus so many times in these breakdowns, it's starting to become a thing. However, Bellinger doesn't at all. He strides and is very soft on the front foot. He also keeps his weight back on his backside along with his hands back to create a swing that is geared to do damage. The next thing I want you to see is his swing and how he extends up and through the ball. Bellinger gets extended more than anyone I know. This creates a beautiful lofty swing that produces line drives that elevate out of the park. You know what they say, elevate and celebrate. But the reason why he gets that added distance and elevation when he hits line drives is because of his chin tuck upon contact. Let me show you his swing again. Did you see it? I bet you did now. The chin tuck is when he tucks his chin into his back shoulder so he can get through the ball more. See, most hitters swing and look up immediately to see where the ball is, which cuts off their swing and doesn't allow them to fully get extension. I know I've been guilty of this at times, but Bellinger is different because he is looking to do damage on every swing, and you can see it when he does his chin tuck. So it's something I would recommend to young aspiring players, especially if you're working in the cage. Keep that head down, tucked into that back shoulder, and extend through the ball. Work the right mechanics so you can go out in the field and it just becomes natural. Okay, so now I'm going to give you bonuses I promised you. These bonuses are drills that I would do to create similar feels and mechanics. And I'm also going to include the tip that creates power for Bellinger. I'm also going to provide the weird drill the Dodgers do to create the uppercut finish. But before jumping into bonuses, hit the like button as it allows me to help more players, and also subscribe to join the Pros Cave family. My goal for 2020 is to get 2,000 subscribers. So go ahead, click that like button and subscribe to the channel and join the family. Okay, so I really like that forward movement, especially if you stay behind the ball. So the first bonus I have for you is to create that forward movement towards the baseball. To me, I like it if you stay behind the ball and do not move your head much. So the drill I have for you to create direction towards the pitcher and to create separation in your load and stride is the Ken Griffey Jr. drill. Do you remember how Griffey moved forward directly towards the pitcher when he was going to swing? Look, did you see that? Did you see how he moved directly towards the pitcher? Do you see the separation? The rubber band effect? Well, you're going to learn to do the same with your body. So, to perform the Ken Griffey Jr. drill, set the tee up where when you hit it, it would be a line drive up the middle. You're going to start with your feet close together and then stride towards the pitcher. Move everything forward to the pitcher and focus on your hands getting back to create that rubber band effect. You want to feel your front foot going towards the pitcher and your hands going the other way. You also will feel your back quad being activated, which means you are storing energy into that leg, and when you release it into the ball, it will jump off the barrel. When you get into that fire position, let it eat. Don't hold back. Keep working on your craft. And as you start getting comfortable off the tee, try doing it off front toss and then during BP. I really like this drill because you get to focus on creating separation in your load and lower half, which will create that rubber band effect. When you create that rubber band effect, this will allow you to get more into the ball, which will increase your extra base hits. I also really like this because it teaches your body to go directly towards the pitcher. So if your front side is bailing out, you are pulling off, or having trouble staying on your backside, give this drill a try. This drill could be the fix you need. Okay, so I really like how he lands softly with that front foot. We as hitters do not want to land hard with that foot. We want to be soft, which will keep us balanced and on our backside. So the second bonus I recommend for you is the hop back drill. And I will let Cody Bellinger teach you it and explain it to you. But if you look at his front foot in the video, you will see him being super soft on that front foot.
Second round, usually do a quick step back because sometimes I tend to go forward a little bit. So I step back, feel the weight in my back leg, and kind of go from there.
Okay. You want to take a couple and show us that one?
Sure.
Yeah, I like this. I like the step back. Bam.
Just
that ball was on the black, and we went to right there. Middle homer.
Okay, so the third bonus I have for you would be to create that extension through the ball like Bellinger. I really like the follow through and how he gets extended. It's really a beautiful swing, and it's something I would work on, especially to increase more line drive production. Okay, so the drill I recommend for you that is going to get you fully extended through the ball and create that loft in your swing, plus it will stop that chicken wing swing. The drill I recommend is the full extension drill. What you are going to do is position your body at a 10 and 5 if you were a clock, but you're going to position your shoulder straight towards the pitcher. When I do this drill, I like to put the tee between my chest and belt, because I figure if I can get to that pitch with little to no effort and create that loft in my swing, I can get to any pitch. And I would be able to put the angle on the ball that will allow me to create more extra base hits. The reason we are doing this drill is because we want to solely focus on getting that full extension through the ball towards center field. And by creating an angle with our body, it forces us to do exactly that. I also really like this drill because you will feel if you come around the ball or didn't get through immediately when you swing. Lastly, this drill creates the right angles for a swing to do damage. Here's a bonus. If you tuck your chin to your shoulder, you'll get super extension. Similar to Cody Bellinger. Look how Cody Bellinger right now gets that extension, but he continues through. He even gets even more. Well, if you put that chin to your shoulder, you'll get more extension, and that'll add to more power and more line drives and more success overall. The fourth bonus I have for you is not a drill, it's advice. When you look at Bellinger, you see this grand, beautiful, lofty swing. I see that too, but I also noticed something else. I noticed that his swing is really simple, and it's something you should aim for, because simple is a great thing. Look at Cody Bellinger's swing. Does it look complicated? Absolutely not. He is really handsy, and honestly, he doesn't even use his lower half. However, he has a swing he can repeat over and over and over again to get consistent hard contact. And at the end of the day, that's what really matters. So you need a swing that you are confident that when you go into that batter's box, you'll be able to repeat it to get hard contact, consistent hard contact. And if you don't have that, you need to make some changes now. The way I would test my swing is by hitting off a pitching machine. Put the pitching machine to high velocity. For example, at the pro level, most pitchers throw 95 miles per hour plus, so I should be at that speed. For you, it might be 85 miles per hour. Whatever it is, drive it up the middle in the opposite field gap. The reason you want to do this is because when you face regular pitching, it's going to be slower. So you might be out front. So we want to train ourselves to let the ball get deep and drive it. And the reason why we want to hit off a pitching machine is because that's going to allow you to get your in-game swing. So my personal advice to you is to use the pitching machine to test out and get that in-game swing. And for advanced methods, watch the Barry Bonds breakdown where I talk about a few things we did off the pitching machine. You can click this link here. Anyways, the sixth bonus I have for you is what the Dodgers do to create that uppercut-like swing. And it's a weird drill, but makes a lot of sense when explained. Shout out to hitting coach Johnny Washington for this drill. He's a great hitting coach and well respected in the baseball community. So the drill I recommend that will teach you how to stay on your backside and create a swing that most Dodgers players have. This swing produces extra base hits and more power numbers, and it's a drill that most Dodger players do and or have done. The drill I am referring to is called the slow pitch drill. What you're going to do is have someone flip you a ball like a slow pitch softball player. What that means is that they're going to flip it up about 10 to 12 feet with the goal of having it land on the plate. What you, the hitter, is going to do is drive it up at the top of the back part of the net. Focus on hitting it up the middle to the opposite field gap. Some people do this drill and start opening up. That will create bad habits. We don't want that. So focus on up the middle and the opposite field gap. This swing will produce an uppercut-like swing that will increase extra base hits if you have the right bat speed. The reason I like this drill is because it teaches you to stay on your backside and let the ball come to you. If you are a player that struggles to let the ball come to you and you're hard on your front foot, this drill will help you a ton. I also like this drill because it allows you to drive up and through it. With this drill, you can really focus on that finish. So if you struggle to get extension, use this drill. My advice is to use this weird drill that the Dodger players do and do damage. The seventh bonus I have for you is something many people do not talk about, and it's how you set up in the batter's box. Look at Bellinger. He is right on top of that plate. This is how he creates power with a very handsy swing. Wait, let me explain. Since he is so close and on top of the plate, he will naturally hit the ball out front. And when you hit the ball out front, you drive the ball for more extra base hits and increase your power numbers. But wait, before we move on, I have to say something. There are downfalls to being on top of the plate. For example, you could roll over more balls, you could fly open faster, etc. But I will say this, once you learn to be comfortable closer to the plate, you can do some real damage in that batter's box and on that field. Okay, so we are back. The other reason reason to be closer to the plate is that pitchers notice you're on top of the plate and they don't want to hit you and give you a free pass. So they will miss more middle and they're gonna throw the ball away. Lastly, look how he lands slightly open. His mind knows is he on top of the plate, and so that's why he strides like that. This allows his hands to clear his body and get full extension through it to do damage. Okay, so the last bonus I have for you, which is number 8, will bring everything together so you can get similar results. Since you're on top of the plate, pitchers will throw more away because they don't want to hit you. Let's look at Cody Bellinger's swing hot zone. As you can see, he is crushing balls middle away. So if you're gonna get on top of the plate, look for the balls middle away and take the ball that's inside. This will allow you to be a monster at the plate, just like Cody Bellinger. Okay, so that's all the bonuses I have for you in this video. I'm former MLB player Jermaine Curtis, and I'm helping players like your son or yourself get to the next level. My goal for this year, 2020, is to get 2,000 subscribers. So if you found any value in this video, click the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you can be notified for future videos like this. And I have one more question for you. Comment below your answer. Who should I break down next? All right, thank you. And if you enjoyed this video, you would love this video right here. So go over there and click that video and start watching these. Oh, and subscribe to the Pros Cave channel and join the family. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.